G'day merchants, welcome back to yet another tutorial you didn't ask for. I let you decide the fate of this video by asking what are some things you want to know or advice you have for making cool bubble letters. Hey Siri, why does no one love me?
Okay, here's what I found on the web for 10 reasons why nobody
Bubble
loves.
letters, the first cool thing you learn as a kid after writing your name and drawing cool stuff in the margins. Now when I say bubble letters in this video, I'm literally talking about any sort of 3D lettering, which are letters not made out of a singular line. Okay. Well, when I say 3D lettering, I mean any letters that have a blank space in them. Seriously? Anyways, you get the idea. 3D lettering has obviously existed for centuries, being carved in walls, adapted by medieval monks in their manuscripts, and later in the 19th century, the need for more eye-catching typography was developed by sign painters for shop fronts and billboards. As we all know, in the 1970s, graffiti artists completely transformed the way that 3D lettering is approached, with expressive and exaggerated stylistic lettering. Artists like Michael Lawrence Marrow, aka Phase 2, in New York, is accredited as the creator of the bubble letters, with his use of soft, rounded edges to make his name pop. The goal was visibility. These letters were easy to read and impossible to ignore, even from a moving train. As graffiti evolved, artists started breaking the rules, adding sharp angles, 3D effects, and exaggerated. Excuse me. Just making sure you're still awake, right? As graffiti evolved, artists started breaking the rules, adding sharp angles, 3D effects, exaggerated proportions, turning basic letters into bold personal statements. Hey, whoa, put the spray can down! Listen, I love graffiti, but don't go trashing people's property. That's rude. And illegal. But mostly rude. I'm a legend, Thanos. We all know bubble letters or block letters are used for more than graffiti. They're on birthday cards, logos, title pages, just literally anything that's a display font. So a couple things I want to point out because I see people do this all the time and it really irks me. When you are drawing, it's important that you're allowing the pen to flow properly. This means not pressing down onto the page so that your lines are all jagged because the pen keeps gripping onto the paper and it's really hard for you to draw a nice, smooth shape. Also, avoid drawing with your hands or wrist. You have a lot more control of movement, a range of movement if you're using your arms instead of your hands. Your arms are much stronger than your hand and wrist are, so really you're going to be saving yourself from carpal tunnel. And if you are just beginning out and you want to start putting letters together and stuff like that, and you really care about shape and size, you know, continuity, I don't know, use grid paper. Step 1. Follow the base. When you are starting out, you can draw letters lightly and follow the... Oh, I should not have watched Sonic 2 the other day. It was bad, it was not a good movie.
Hooray for Sonic 3 though. Come on, Keanu Reeves.
So step 1 is to follow the base. When you are starting out, you can draw your letters lightly and follow the line, leaving enough space as you go around, like so. When it comes to the corners, you can either opt for a curved corner or a straight line. Either way, erase your pencil marks when you're done and you've got bubble letters. Step number 2, stylize the base. Now that you've practiced the fundamentals, you can start to customize the shapes by stylizing the lines that you want to follow. Try writing the letters themselves in different styles. This could be adjusting the straightness, curviness, giving it an angle, swapping out the uppercase and lowercase letters, adding little tails to letters and things like that.
Did somebody say tails?
Go away, you're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. Step number 3, push the style. Once you figure out the base letters that you want, push the style further by changing the proportions, stretching the letters vertically, horizontally, making lines overlap, or changing the tails, make it chunkier than the top. You can push the style by either freestyling, adding these extra flares, or by blocking out the shapes first and then follow it with your final outline. And of course, as all good typographers know, shapes aren't just shapes, they say things. A round bubble letter feels more approachable, playful, and friendly, perfect for kids' posters or light-hearted designs. On the other hand, jagged, stylized letters with sharp edges and tilted forms and uneven proportions give off energy and attitude, often used to convey movement or rebellion. So when you're designing, just make sure you think about the message that you want those letters to send, because the shapes will do the talking for you. I recommend you start looking at other people's 3D lettering as examples and see if you can point out how the letter looks inside. Heck, you could even trace other people's lettering over and over again until you can freehand the shape off by heart. And the final point is to add flair. You can add different openings, endings, push the letters closer together. Some people like to add little extra lines and shapes over and around the letters. Could be horns, stars, teeth, arrows, you name it. You can add cut-ins and cut-outs and add more depth with 3D shading effects. And to create the 3D shading effect, you pretty much just extend like a little rectangle along the one side of the edge of the, like that. And there you go. After a bit of practice, you should be able to visualize drawing around that tracing line without actually drawing the tracing line to begin with. Grab a pencil, practice these techniques, and don't forget to grab your free trace sheets at dfjmarkets.com. I did do this in a couple hours, so they are a little bit wonky, but it's no matter. Anyways, you get the gist. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!